Hey guys, it's Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you.
Hey everyone, it's Sophie Cunningham, and I'm finally here in Indiana. I'm beyond excited to be a part of this team and can't wait to meet all of you. See you at the game. Those aren't just words, they're the kind of energy Sophie Cunningham brings to the Indiana Fever. After making her way to Indiana, the WNBA powerhouse is ready to take her game to the next level alongside Caitlin Clark and the rest of the team. While others may have doubted that top players wanted to come to Indiana, Sophie Cunningham is showing everyone just how wrong they were. Her arrival has been nothing short of a whirlwind, and it's clear she's bringing something special to the Fever. From her excitement at joining the team to her all-in approach to the game, Sophie is the missing piece the Fever needed. Sophie's first day was filled with energy, and it's all over her social media, press appearances, and training. She's ready to bring home a championship, and the energy is contagious. After 6 years in Phoenix, Sophie's ready for a new chapter, and she's come to Indiana with a fresh outlook and high hopes for the team. Her excitement is palpable, from the moment she set foot in Gainbridge Fieldhouse to the first time she saw her jersey. For Sophie, this move was
I love this! It's like I'm a rookie all over again.
Missouri native, returning to the Midwest feels like a dream come true. Being closer to her family and her roots means everything to her. She's already getting messages from friends and family eager to support the Fever, showing just how important this move is for Sophie. What's even more exciting is the positive culture she's found in Indiana. Sophie thrives in an environment where teamwork and selflessness come first. She's all about hard work, supporting teammates, and doing whatever it takes.
I was actually poolside when I found out, and there's a lot of emotions just because I have been out there for so long. But to be honest, my original thought was like, oh heck yeah, like we're about to go win a championship. Like that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people, it's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really
so special. There's no room for egos here. Everyone is focused on the bigger goal, a championship. Fans have already started showing their love for Sophie, and it's clear the connection is instant. Sophie's excitement is contagious, and she's already embraced the Fever as her own. The road to a championship just got a lot more exciting. What makes Sophie Cunningham such an effective enforcer on the court isn't just her willingness to get physical, it's her complete commitment to doing whatever dirty.
I've been in Phoenix for the past 6 years, was drafted out there. I've had a really great time. I've been very blessed with being around a lot of GOATs in the game and learning the game on another level. But again, like this is just a new style, and this is the style that I thrive in. When you have people who can shoot the ball, who move the ball, who are running gunners, and share the ball, like this is the type.
Finishing plays through defenders and creating space for her teammates. This physical edge addresses a key need the Fever had last season, where they often found themselves outmatched when games turned into physical battles. Take that moment when Misha Hines fouled Sophie's teammate and tried to step over her. Sophie wasn't having it. She immediately grabbed Hines' leg to protect her teammate, and that was just one of many instances where Sophie's.
I'm also surrounded by a great culture and great people, and that's what I'm also very excited about to be here in Indy.
When it comes to defending her teammates, Sophie doesn't hesitate to make her presence known. It's that toughness that the Fever desperately needed, especially to protect Caitlin Clark. For Sophie, protecting her teammates is a core part of her mission in Indiana. She wants Caitlin to shine without constantly looking over her shoulder. Sophie's ability to absorb contact and still finish plays will be crucial in allowing Clark to be the offensive powerhouse she's known to be. It's that commitment to the team and her fiery competitive nature that makes.
Right. I love it. My roots are here in the Midwest, and just to be closer to home, my sister is married and has a kid, has another one on the way, and family is everything to me. I have a really great support system, and you better believe I've already had over 100, 200 people reach out. Hey, how do we get season tickets? I was like, I have no idea. I just got traded 2 hours ago. So, I think we're going to have a pretty cool fan base up here from Missouri. But again, it's, my Midwest roots. I'm excited to be around, Midwesterners again. It's my time.
And unafraid to speak up and stand her ground, both for herself and for her teammates. But Sophie Cunningham's impact goes beyond her physical presence. While her toughness has been a headline grabber, it's her shooting that could truly change the game for the Fever. Last season, Sophie hit 38% of her shots from beyond the arc, bringing another reliable
group that can let go of the egos and you're really just here to win and work hard. I think that's the best type of group, and you're all willing to do the dirty work. And I think that's what I'm most excited about. That's my bread and butter right there, is outwork your
Kelsey Mitchell on the court. Sophie adds another layer of offensive threat, making it even harder for defenses to focus on any one player. The addition of Sophie Cunningham gives the Fever a multidimensional wing capable of knocking down big shots. Her shooting ability will be huge when defenses collapse around Clark or Boston, as it opens up the floor and forces opponents to pick their poison. If the Fever were struggling with scoring stretches,
an adjustment period, not only for her, but for her teammates around her, for Indiana as a whole. But I think it's all really good things. And so, it takes a little bit to get adjusted to it. But after that, I mean, come on, it's part of something great that doesn't come around very often. And so, if you're not paying attention out.
Her elite shooting gives Indiana the kind of offensive balance it needs to compete at the highest level. In fact, Sophie has been one of the WNBA's top shooters over the past few seasons, consistently ranking in the top 20 in three-pointers made per minute. Her 2022 campaign saw her average 12.6 points while shooting a blistering 40% from deep. With Sophie now on the roster, the Fever have one more weapon to make opponents pay when they try to double or triple team their star players. But it's not just about offense. Sophie's leadership, toughness, and passion for the game will help.
I mean, she has changed our game in the best possible way in every way. And so just to be alongside of her and maybe relieve the pressure, being able to shoot and spread the court for her.
With Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell in the backcourt is a recipe for success, as the three players complement each other's styles perfectly. It's a combination that could take the Fever to new heights, and Sophie Cunningham is at the heart of it all. Sophie Cunningham's playing style is a perfect match for what the Indiana Fever need to succeed. She's not just a shooter, she's a key piece of a fast, dynamic offense that thrives on movement for success, as the three players complement each other's styles perfectly. It's a combination that could take the Fever to new heights, and Sophie Cunningham is at the heart of it all. Sophie Cunningham's playing style is a perfect match for what the Indiana Fever need to succeed. She's not just a shooter, she's a key piece of a fast, dynamic offense that thrives on movement, ball sharing, and spacing the floor. This is the type of basketball Sophie loves, and it's exactly the kind of offense the Fever are building. Over the past 4 seasons, Cunningham has shot an impressive 38% from beyond the arc. Among players who have made at least 203 three-pointers in that time, only 4 players in the entire league have a better shooting percentage than her, one of those being Kelsey Mitchell. This marks Cunningham as not only a proven shooter, but also a key floor spacer who will help the Fever's all-star backcourt open up even more driving lanes than last season. The spacing Sophie creates is a game-changer. For Caitlin Clark, it means defenders can't double-team her as easily, leaving more space for her to create and make plays. For Aaliyah Boston, it means less congestion in the paint, allowing her to take on defenders one-on-one and create more scoring opportunities. For Kelsey Mitchell, it's another reliable shooter who can relieve some of the pressure as the primary perimeter scoring option. Simply put, Cunningham's shooting ability transforms the entire offense. But what often gets overlooked is Sophie's defense and her versatility. In Phoenix, she showcased her ability to guard multiple positions, from point guard to power forward. This kind of flexibility is huge for Indiana, especially with a new focus on improving defensively this season. Cunningham is aggressive, physical, and always in your face, which fits perfectly into Coach Stephanie White's defensive system. At 6 feet 1 inch, Cunningham can seamlessly switch between shooting guard and power forward depending on matchups. Need a quicker, smaller lineup? Sophie can slide into the 4 spot. Need more size on the perimeter? She can guard bigger wings. This positional versatility gives Coach White lineup options that she didn't have last season, giving the Fever more flexibility to adjust to different game situations. Her defensive prowess also creates turnover opportunities and fast breaks for her teammates. Cunningham plays with intensity and fiery passion, injecting energy when her team needs it most. That's one of the reasons she's so valuable. She's always pushing the pace and playing with a sense of urgency. At just 28 years old, Cunningham is in the prime.
Over. And if Sophie Cunningham grabs her leg, nobody's going near Maisha Hines-Allen. But no, Sophie Cunningham will start the fight. The refs are trying to break it up. None of the Mercury players are going to go near Maisha Hines-Allen. They're scared. She's scared of bejesus out of them. Maisha Hines-Allen is one of the toughest players in this league. Sophie Cunningham going head to head.
Aaliyah Boston posting up deep in the paint, and Kelsey Mitchell ready to attack a closing defender. Add to that the versatility of players like Natasha Howard, Dananna Bonner, and Lexi Hull, and you've got an explosive, well-rounded team that's tough to stop. But Sophie brings more than just skill, she also brings valuable playoff experience. Over her 6 seasons, she's played in 15 playoff games, logging nearly 300 minutes in.
Wild. Wild is the best word I can use to describe Sophie Cunningham. And like, it is just, it's carnage. Like, it's carnage a lot of the time when Sophie Cunningham gets involved with anything. The amount of fights that Sophie Cunningham has been in.
Back up what we're seeing on the court. When you pair an elite passer like Caitlin Clark with an elite three-point shooter like Sophie Cunningham, the result is more clean looks, higher efficiency, and better shooting opportunities. The shots that were contested last season will become wide open, making the Fever's offense even more potent. The passes that were once risky now find their targets with plenty of room to operate, and the Fever's offense, which sometimes stalled during crucial moments last season, now has another reliable option to turn to. When Sophie Cunningham arrived in Indiana, her immediate mindset was clear.
And whatnot. And so we've known each other for quite a long time. And since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you going to coach me? You know, like, it was always just kind of a running joke. And it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years. And so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players.
Getting Dananna Bonner was huge. She was one of my favorite players when I was a rookie, and she's no one to mess with. Then there's Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. We've got a squad, and our depth is amazing. While the Fever's offense finds new life with more efficient shooting, it's the championship mentality within the locker room that truly sets them apart. Sophie Cunningham, with her wealth of experience, isn't just thinking about the present, she's focused on what comes next, a title run. When Cunningham first stepped into Indiana's training facility, she didn't waste time with pleasantries or media obligations.
In Sophie Cunningham, the Indiana Fever are trading for a multi-dimensional wing, capable of knocking down the 3-ball.
Cunningham is starting to cook. Cunningham 3 is good. Cunningham from the corner.
Locking down defenders.
Several deflections, and this time she gets the steal and the N1 opportunity.
And injecting passion and emotion into the game